Post number 19. You are allowed to grieve. I look like a mess right now because I literally just sat with my grievances right now. Honestly, I don't even remember how I got here. I just know that today I woke up with a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of fear, and I just want to be there with myself to feel through whatever negative emotions that I have instead of running away from it. And as I was sitting with my emotions, I started to feel this deep sadness, and this deep sadness of whether it be I was often being misunderstood, or there were losses that I had experienced as a child, or growing up, losing my dog, loved ones, relationships. The losses does not have to be losing a loved one as someone passes away. And yes, that's a big loss. And I want to talk about that also. But I want to talk about allowing yourself to grieve, because I don't think we talk a lot about this at all. And it's something we want to avoid altogether. And I'm not an expert in this. I just know that I just went through a deep, profound process of healing through allowing myself to grieve those moments in the past that I did not fully allow myself to grieve. And after this deep, profound healing and crying, I feel like 1,000 pounds lighter. And as I was processing through this deep sadness and healing, I realized there were so many losses that I experienced. Yes, losing some loved ones, or losing the life that I really wanted to hold on to, or some relationships that were serving me but didn't serve me anymore. A lot of losses, changes that I wanted to hold on to, but life could probably steer me in a different way, and I had to take a different path, make a different decision that I didn't want to make. All those moments and losses of my first dog, that was the biggest grief that I had experienced few years ago. And then the loss of my dad. And the first time that I lost my dog was one of the biggest grief that I had to experience. I didn't understand it, and I was trying to get over it as quickly as possible. I was treating it as if I broke up with an ex, with a boyfriend. I thought if I just allow myself to be sad for like a few days and then do the best that I can to get over it, I'll be fine. And the more that I tried to get over it, the harder it was for me. It probably took me about a year to 2 years to be really healed from that experience. And so I learned that grieving is not the same as breaking up with someone. It's a different kind of grief. It really is. And then just about a year and a half ago, I lost my dad. This time I knew that any unprocessed emotions will be stored in my body, and it will show up later on in my life, whether it through be illnesses, or it will show up in life experiences as a way for me, an opportunity for me to grieve. So I know I had to be with my sadness. I know I had to allow myself to grieve for as long as I needed. And so I did. I allowed myself to grieve. And it's very interesting that as I allow myself to just cry whenever I needed to, allow myself to be really, really sad whenever I needed to, I actually went through that whole process a lot easier than the first time that I lost a pet that was so dear and near to my heart. And so today I have another huge layer of grief, and this kind of grief allow myself to experience. It was a combination of a lot of changes and losses that I experienced throughout my whole entire life. And they were all moments in my life that I felt the grievances, I felt the sadness, but I was trying to be positive about it. I was trying to be tough about it. I was trying to get over it as soon as possible. And the rest of it that I did not process fully and completely or feel through fully and completely stored in my body. And today they all had to come out. They all had to come out. And I just want to put a video out here. No matter what you're going through, even though you have been taught to perceive your situation, look at your situation as if it's not even that big of a deal. Like, just get over it. Whatever it may be, losing a job, losing a loved ones, losing a relationship, losing a house, or losing the old way of being. You are being pushed to make a different change. Even if the change is good for you, there will be some sadness there because it's a goodbye to the old. And the old has been with you for a long time, even though it may not be serving you anymore. Even though the changes may be good for you, whatever that change may be, sadness is just part of the process. And it's okay to grieve for this change. It's okay to grieve for the old. It's okay to feel this deep sadness. It's okay for you to grieve. It's okay. It's okay. It's only when you allow yourself to grieve fully and completely that you will see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you are able to perceive this whole experience from a different light, instead of holding on to it with the perspective of sadness only, or regret, or guilt, or resentment. You know, this will be with you for a long, long time if you don't allow yourself to process it, to feel it, to be with it. And all these grief that I just felt and experienced right now, to spend quite some time crying. And honestly, at the logical level, everything that I was crying about has nothing to do with what I thought, I was upset about today. But they have been in my body, and it's something that I cannot deny. Your body can't lie, it won't lie. There's always the now, the here and the now, trying to come through to you to let you know what needs to come out, what needs to be healed, what needs to be looked at, what needs to be let go of. And if you just let go of the resistance, that's when you'll fully and completely be free and allow yourself to be loved again by the universe, by your highest self, by the people around you, and by yourself. I'm sending you so much love, no matter what you're going through, whether it be big changes in your life, facing the unknown, or losing a loved one. It's not easy. Sometimes it can feel really, really hard. And I love you. I'm sending you so much love. And I just want to let you know, whatever you may be going through, it's okay to feel what you feel. I'm sending you so much love. Have a beautiful day.